Well, it's time to meet this week's furry friend looking for a second chance. Meet David Bowie. Just like the legendary musician he is named after, this sweet and gentle one-year-old is a very popular guy at the shelter.
David Bowie had quite a hard life before arriving in Vancouver. He's one of 9 pups rescued from an alleged dog-fighting ring last month. So joining us live to introduce us to David is our friend Sam Ellingson with the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us. We're having a little playtime here this morning, and David Bowie has spent most of his morning just strutting around the room, showing off his toys. And this is a pretty standard vibe for him. Once he gets a toy, he wants to walk around and show it to everybody he possibly can.
Of course,
that's
right. The toy tour. Look at what I have.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's great. Well, we did just dive into a little bit of his story here. You know, unfortunately, coming from an alleged dog-fighting ring. Take us through more of his story, despite that very, very sweet guy, it sounds like.
Yeah, so he's from a case on the East Coast that was a number of dogs who were seized from a dog-fighting operation, like you mentioned, and that was an operation through Humane Society for the United States. And since we're partners with them, we were on their list of shelters who were in line to rescue some of the dogs, help them find some new homes. And he came to us a few weeks ago, and now he's ready to meet that family.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know these dogs were found in just absolutely dire conditions, and it's incredible that they are so loving, so resilient, wanting to be around people. So tell us a little bit more about David Bowie's personality. He seems very sweet.
Yeah, and that resiliency, like you said, that's the key to this guy and to all of these dogs who came off of that transport. So to an individual, these dogs are friendly, happy, wiggly. You know, just walking him down the hallway this morning to get to this room, he was practically pulling me down the hall because he was so happy to see all of the volunteers and staff along the way. He was carrying a toy in his mouth, of course, so he wanted to celebrate that big win. But he really is. He's an incredibly friendly, very social, very happy dog. As far as what he needs in a home, you know, his personality, he's going to be a great fit for a lot of homes. All we know is that we definitely want him to meet any kids, any other dogs he might be living with. But other than that, he's ready to find that home. And he's an active guy too. So he would love a family who might even want to go out for a run, play with him in the backyard. I think he'd be a pretty great hiking partner too. He's really ready to live that active family dog lifestyle.
I mean, true. Sometimes just, man, people, how do we even deserve dogs?
Yeah.
I mean, they are just,
truly.
It's pretty incredible, especially with a story like that. As far as the family dynamic and his energy, you know, he is only 1 year old, so does he still have that puppy energy, or is he always just kind of attached at the hip wanting to show you the toys?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that puppy energy. I mean, he is an adult. He's a grown dog, and so he is certainly going to be showing you his personality right away, right? There aren't going to be a lot of mysteries about who he's going to be when he gets into your home. And actually, he keeps making these trips over to this corner out of the screen. It's because there's a window, and he sees people walking by. And the first thing he does is run over there to say hi to them. But yeah, he's, you know, I would have to say he's going to be I think he's going to make a pretty easy transition to his lucky home.
You know, Sam, it's interesting. When I rescued my pup, I was told about the 3-3-3 rule. A lot of people feel like 3 days is what it takes a dog to just kind of decompress and know that they're in a new space that's going to be permanent. 3 weeks to kind of get into that family's new routine, and then 3 months to really come into their own and show all their personality, which I found was the case for Samwise.
Really?
Yeah, he got a little more rambunctious once he settled in and like knew that he was
this is home.
Safe. And I think, you know, we tend to see that with dogs who've gone on like cross-country treks, these huge rescue operations that have been in the shelter for a long time. Yeah, so anything people need to know about just allowing for that transition period when they bring a new dog home?
Yeah, that's a great rule of thumb. It's one that we talk with our adopters about as well, really giving them time to settle in. And you can certainly expect that with David Bowie or any pet who comes home. Those first few days are really going to be an opportunity for them to just kind of chill, decompress a little bit, get used to their new environment. And then at the most time that you can spend with them early on, building those routines, sort of reinforcing where they can and can't go. What are the rules of their new house? Helping them learn all of those things. It's really, really going to be an asset to help them settle in and get comfortable a little bit more quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sam,
He looks pretty comfy right
yeah,
now.
say give David Bowie a big like face squish for me.
Yes.
Just smoosh him
All
for
the
me.
smooshes, please.
Very
So cute.
squishable face, indeed.
Oh
Yeah.
man! All right. Well, Sam, thanks for taking the time and thanks for introducing us to David Bowie. He seems very, very sweet. I'm sure a family will be absolutely thrilled to have him in the home.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Of course. And if you're interested in meeting that pooch or all the other pooches up for adoption, of course, cats as well, go to hssw.org.